What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I am on my way to the airport because I got to fly down to Florida, Tampa specifically, because I got to take care of some business down there. But I will be back in Metro Detroit tomorrow afternoon. So I'm just going in and out. Not quite the in and out that I'm used to as far as when I got to take care of business. I'll fly in there in the morning and then I'll come back in the afternoon. I'm going to stay overnight because I do not know how long that this event is going to last. And I do not know when I can catch a direct flight via Delta back to DTW. So as a result, I'm going to stay overnight, make sure that everything is taken care of on the business side. And then I'm going to fly back over into Metro Detroit tomorrow. However, I do want to give you guys some updates on what's going on out here in these streets, how it is you need to look at things a little bit differently, and what's going on in my life specifically. Let's start with Clubhouse. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my Detroit Lions. We here. They whooped on Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes, opened up the season 1-0, and I think that they're going to do some great things. All Detroit teams is up. We up outside of the Tigers, but everybody else, they looking good this year. What the heck is going on with Clubhouse? I've never seen a user experience and update go that bad from what it used to be into what it is now. Let me show you this nonsense. This is absolute trash. What is this? I can't even get out of this. I'm amazed that an application that came to prominence, for those of you that's not familiar, who have not used it or who've not experienced it or is not a Clubhouse power user, this application came to prominence during the pandemic, and it's almost like they had the perfect launch time. Now, over the years, it's changed, and a lot of people have said that it's gotten redundant. They've made some updates. I think that the updates that they were making were really good, and I know that they are adapting to the times. They had some layoffs in which they right-sized the company based off of the fact that the economy is changing and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I'm not even really sure how they monetize the application itself. But I think that the monetization is always second to the user experience because it's easy to monetize a platform that people love, especially power users. And people really still love Clubhouse. I loved Clubhouse during the pandemic, and then when I decided that it wasn't as much money for me on that platform, as far as me actually leveraging YouTube and adapting the things that I learned from Clubhouse onto YouTube, it doesn't mean that I didn't build great relationships. It don't mean that I didn't still recruit from there. I like to hear great conversations. I would still use it sporadically. I wasn't a power user in which, I would participate in a lot of the different conversations, but, I was paying attention to the application itself. It was something I still had on my phone. It's one of the very few social media applications that I was still using. And so when I opened up my phone today, and I only check it every few days. When I opened up my phone today and I seen the updates on Clubhouse, I'm amazed. Then when you see what it is and how they responded to the users, right? I almost feel like they're intentionally trying to kill an app. Why would you intentionally try to kill an application? They turned off the Instagram comments. If you go over to the Clubhouse town hall and see what was being said, they basically were telling their power users, listen, deal with it. It's really not up to you. We don't really care about how it is that you feel. Adapt or die. And that's exactly where I think the application is going. I'm a user experience professional. That's what it is that I do for a living in corporate America, right? And when it's that difficult for me to even figure out to the point to where after about a few minutes, I decided to just get rid of the application altogether on this particular device that I'm talking to you guys on. I know that it's a horrible user experience. They didn't do any user testing. I don't know what it is that they're trying to do. They've completely killed all of the followers that a lot of people had, and they turned it into friends. And then when I seen what they was talking about on the town hall, listen, from a user experience perspective, you always want to build upon what it is that you're doing great, make modifications on the things that you're not, get feedback from the users because they're the ones that's actually the expert in the application. And then you want to continue to make modifications based off of modern times and innovation to make it better, not completely upend everything that you got going on. And so I think that Clubhouse is dead. I hate to say it. I don't like to predict it. I know that there's going to be some people that hold on to it just because they've been holding on to it for a long time. But I absolutely think Clubhouse is dead. So rest in peace to Clubhouse. God bless you. Let's move over into the next application, especially now that X, formerly known as Twitter, has Twitter Spaces. Just landed here in Tampa. About to head over to the baggage claim, get my rental car, and then go from there. I actually met some really cool people on the plane that recommended that I go and visit Antarctica. Said that it's one of the most beautiful places on earth, right?
Hey, it's the most beautiful place on earth.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I gotta go and visit it. Now y'all gotta come see me in Antarctica. I done been all over the globe.
Family First Travelers, though. You gotta call me, Family First Travelers.
Yep, I'm gonna put her information in the description for you guys to be able to tap in with her, all right? I also want to tap in with you guys and give you guys some insight or my thoughts specifically about what is going on with the Breakfast Club. What is going on with DJ Envy? Even Charlemagne has been able to detach himself from overly emotional. Well, you know what? I take that back because I did not forget about what just happened with Larry Elder, right? Charlemagne embarrassed himself with Larry Elder, so I did not forget about that. But outside of that, right? DJ Envy had Tyrese on, and it seemed like DJ Envy is the type of dude that just got beef with everybody, or if he thinks that somebody slighted him in any type of way whatsoever, he holds a grudge about it, right? And then when he finally get him on, first of all, you know, I watched a little bit of the interview. I watched enough to be able to, there you go. I watched enough to be able to, you know, source information so that I can make an informed decision or give my opinion, because I know that they talked about it on Fight Club last night, about DJ Envy saying he wanted to box Tyrese's mouth. And it seemed like he said it so fast that he didn't really mean it, but he was so angry about it that he couldn't control himself. Now, the first thing that you have to ask yourself is, who threatens another man while recording on a podcast or a live stream or a show? Secondly, who's really scared of DJ Envy, right? And it doesn't mean that he can't box or anything like that, but it's just like, we grown men, you know what I'm saying? And so why even lead with that type of energy or that type of information? And why even come with that type of thought process? It just seems childish to me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if DJ Envy is going through some kind of midlife crisis to where it's starting to really bother him about what's going on. And anytime somebody, I mean, you're a public figure. There's going to be things that people say and they even slip up. And I wasn't even going to stick around and see what Tyrese's response was, because Tyrese seemed like one of the most reasonable people that was in the room at that particular time. But I just don't understand it. It's weird to me. It's weirdo behavior. And it's like the more that you pay attention to who these people are. I was looking at Diddy's presentation on InvestFest. I thought that he was a real equity holder in Ciroc, and now 15 years later, he's over there fighting for it and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what the heck is going on out in these streets? I'm just weirded out by our favorite celebrities not necessarily being a reflection of what I thought that they were or what I grew up thinking that they were. It's just something completely different. Finishing some stuff up here on my computer, making sure that I get it scheduled before I head out to my event. It is 3 o'clock and I am going to be about a half hour to 45 minutes late, which is not really a problem because I can be fashionably late, but just wanted to tap in and give you one more update. Fight Club. So in the spirit of reinventing and changing and modifying things and things becoming better and so on and so forth, Fight Club has changed from doing one long 12-hour live stream on Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, which Sunday night is a little bit different. That's usually about 6 hours because we know that people got to get up and go to work in the morning on Monday. We break it up into segments in order to make sure that everybody stays on point, stays on task, that they talk about the subject and it's more consumable, right? It's much more difficult for you to consume a 12-hour live stream or to find what you're looking for than to break it up into 4 different subjects that speaks to 4 different issues, goes into different things from pop culture to hip hop music, a place where you can argue at night. And then I'm usually watching until I fall asleep, and then I wake up in the morning and I might join a stream. So you never know when I'm going to pop up. But Fight Club has changed. We've rebranded. We've added different logos. I've largely detached my image from it because I want it to live as its own entity. It is largely ran by the people, and it is a great product. So if you have not tapped in the Fight Club, you definitely want to tap in the Fight Club. I'm over here at the Epicurean. I really like this hotel down in Tampa. It's one of my favorite hotels in Tampa. But if you have not tapped into Fight Club, make sure that you do so. It is an awesome product that goes every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. All right, I got to jump in the shower so I can get over to my event because I want to get this airplane off of me. You know what I'm saying? So I can be nice and clean for the people and get up out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Till tomorrow's update. Peace.